Hi my dear students, in the last class we have discussed trinomial theorem and multinomial theorem. So up to there we have completed all the topics. Now we move on to the problems which were in our textbook. Okay, let's open our textbook, page number 23, handsheet 3. So first question, the total number of terms in the expansion of 2x minus y plus 4z whole to the power of 12. So it is a trinomial. We have already discussed the number of terms in the binomial, trinomial and multinomial by using one formula. What is that formula? N plus k minus 1 c k minus 1. What is the formula? N plus k minus 1 c k minus 1. So here, what is the value of n? 12. What is the value of k? 3. So we can substitute here. That means 12 plus 3, 15. So 12. So I am writing one step. 50. Sorry. N is 12. 12 plus k is 3 minus 1 c 3 minus 1. That is equal to, we are writing 50, 12 plus 3, 15, 15 minus 1, 14, 14 C2. The answer is 14 C2. So we can find the value of 14 C2, you can get the value of that is. So we can find 14 C2 is equal to, how can we write? 14 into 13 by 2 into 1. 2 cancelled by here 7 times. So the answer is 91. So the answer is 91. This is the first problem. So 2x minus y plus 4k whole to the power of 10. We can use the formula n plus k minus 1 c k minus 1. So we can find the value. The value is 90. So if you see the second question, the total number of terms in that expansion, that is also same, 16. So n is equal to 16, k is equal to 3. So 16 plus 3, 19. 19 minus 1, 18. 3 minus 1 is 2. 18 C2. You can find the value of 18 C2. You will get the answer. Are you okay? You can do yourself. So next question, third question. The total number of terms in that expansion a plus b plus c plus d whole to the power of n. I will explain this. That is also easy, but they are giving not the value of n. A plus b plus c plus d whole to the power of n. This is the first problem. This is third problem in our textbook. The number of terms in the expansion a plus b plus c plus d whole to the power of n. Now we can do. So by using the formula, this is n value is n plus k value 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 minus 1, 3. So n plus 3 c 3. Is that right? N plus 3 c3. Why? Because k minus 1, k is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. So n plus 3 c3. So we can write it, we can simplify this. N plus 3 c3 means n plus 3 factorial by 3 factorial into n factorial. Is that right? N plus 3 factorial. Why? Because n factorial by n is n plus 3 by n minus r factorial, n plus 3 minus 3, n factorial into r factorial, 3 factorial. We can write the n plus 3 whole factorial expanded form. That is n plus 3 into n plus 2 into n plus 1 into n factorial by n factorial. 3 factorial is 6 into n factorial. N factorial cancel. So the answer is n plus 3 into n plus 2 into n plus 1 by 3 factorial is 6. That is the answer. That is the answer. I think hope you understand. So I can use the this formula n plus k minus 1 c k minus 1. I am getting this. I can find the value of the final value. I am getting n plus 3 into n plus, where is the option? I think 3. N plus 1 into n plus 2 into n plus 3 by 6. So the next one, fourth question. The total number of terms in the expansion of, they are giving. You can find. They are giving n value is n. K value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n plus k minus 1 c k minus 1, you can use the formula, you can get the answer. Are you okay? Can you do the fourth sum? Yes. So I am explaining the fifth problem now. Now I am explaining fifth problem. So okay. Now we are taking the fifth problem. This is very easy and this is very important to us. So let's look at the problem. 2x plus y plus 3z. So I am writing the formula problem completely. You can get easily understand. Okay. The problem is the coefficient of x square y power 5 z cube in the expansion of in the expansion 2x plus y plus 3z whole to the power of 10 is dash. This is the fifth problem. The coefficient of x square y power 5 z cube in the expansion of 2x plus y plus 3z whole to the power of 10. So we can solve. This is a trinomial. We can write the formula by using trinomial theorem. That is, I am writing 2x plus y plus 3z whole to the power of 10 is equal to, we are writing sigma. So n is equal to 10. Now I am writing in different letters. Actually I explained R1 and R2. So if you want to write that, otherwise you can use the different letters, either P, Q, R, S, like that. I am using PQ. So P plus Q is equal to 10. So if you can't understand for PQ, you can write R1 and R2. That is also okay. Now I am writing for actually n factorial. N factorial means 10 factorial by P factorial into Q factorial. So here, so we have to take 3 terms. So I wrote wrong here, sorry. I wrote wrong here. That is P plus Q plus R is equal to 10. You have to take 3 terms now. You have 3 terms, so that's why. P factorial into Q factorial into R factorial into, here first one, 2x whole to the power of P. Have you understand? Yes. And the next one, y power Q into 3z whole to the power of R. So have to remember that trinomial theorem, trinomial sigma. So we have to take 3 terms, P plus Q plus R is equal to 10. 10 factorial by P factorial into Q factorial into R factorial. First one, 2x whole to the power of P into y power Q into 3z to the power of R. Now we are writing sigma P plus Q plus R is equal to 10. Here we have 10 factorial by P factorial into Q factorial into R factorial. Here I am expanding like this, that is 2 power P into 3 power R, and the remaining terms are x power P into y power Q into z power R. Have you understand? I am just separating 2 power P, 3 power the remaining terms. Actually they want the coefficient of x square, they want the coefficient of they are asking x square y power 5 z cube, but we have x power P into y power q into z power r. That means that p should be equal to 2, q should be equal to 5, z should equal to 3. If you add these 3, will you get 10 or not? 2 plus 5 plus 10, 2 plus 5, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. So now I am substituting the values here. Sigma p plus q plus r is equal to 10. That means 2 plus 5 plus 3 is equal to 10. 2 plus 5 plus 3 is equal to 10. That is equal to 10 factorial by 10 factorial by p value is 2. So 2 factorial into q means 5 factorial into r is, so I wrote wrong here, this is r is 3 factorial into 2 power p is 2 square into q is 3 power r, they are asking 3q. After that 2 x power p is x square, y power 5, so z cube they are asking, so no need to write. So we have to find these values. That means 10 factorial by here 2 factorial into, they are giving simple answer, okay, 2 factorial into 5 factorial into 3 factorial, here 2 square 4 into 3 cube 27, that means 4 into 27, that is 4 into 27, otherwise you can leave like this, 2 square into 3 cube. So this is the answer. If you want the correct final answer, you can simplify. So that means 10 factorial, write 10 factorial value, and 2 factorial, 5 factorial, so we can find the values of that is. So no need to that. Why? Because they are not giving the options up to the last value, they are giving up to here. So the correct answer is, so you can stop it here, 10 factorial by 2 factorial into 5 factorial into 3 factorial into 2 square into 3 cube. So where is the option? I think we have where 10 factorial by 2 factorial into 5 factorial into 3 factorial into 2 square into 3 cube is option C. That means option 3. Okay. Now we can move the sixth problem. The sum of the coefficients in the expansion 1 plus 3x minus 5x square whole to the power of n. They are asking sum of the coefficients means we can find the values of we can substitute the values of x1 in the place of every x. We can get the values. Either option 1 and 2 are the correct. Next, reasoning type question, seventh question, greatest term in the expansion. So you can do like this. You can do. I explained already in the previous video, NGT, numerically greatest terms. You can find the numerically greatest term of 1 plus x whole power n, where x is equal to 2 by 3. You can get the value. The value is 210 into 2 by 3 whole power 4. So if you get the same answer, the answer is correct. The second option, 1 plus x whole power 10 is, they are finding tr plus 1 by tr is greater than 1. They are wrong. There is a small mistake in the statement too. They are giving 1 plus x whole power n. So we have to write in the place of n 10. So you can get the value of r is greater than 4 2 by 3. The value of r is greater than 4 2 by 3. If we solve the first question, you can get the second question also. Solve the seventh question also. So now we can move on to the eighth question. Once look at the eighth question. So this is the comprehension type question. They are giving some comprehension. We have to understand that concept, comprehension match up. So we can solve the question. They are giving 3 questions in the Roman. We can solve. Okay. You can read. I will erase the board. Okay, once look at the question. So they are giving the greatest coefficient. Actually, we have discussed the greatest coefficients for binomial coefficients. If x plus a whole power n, if n is even, n is odd. Actually, we have discussed this topic. But the greatest coefficient in the expansion for multinomial. So there is a multinomial. Multinomial is x1 plus x2 plus and so on xm. They are giving, we are taking xk, they are giving xm. xm whole power n is, they are giving x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus and so on xm whole to the power of k is equal to the largest coefficient is in the form of, they are giving n factorial by q factorial whole to the power of m minus r into q plus 1 into q plus 1 factorial whole to the power of r. Observe that clearly. So the greatest coefficients in the expansion of x1 plus x2 plus x3 and so on xm whole to the power of we have to take n is equal to n factorial by q factorial in power m minus r into q plus 1 factorial whole to the power of r. So we have doubt, there are two values. What are m? M is here the number of terms, and what is q? They are given, where q and r are the quotient and remainder respectively when n is divided by m. So m value we are giving, for example if we have 5 terms, so we can divide 5 with n, so we will get the remainder and quotient. We have to take the remainder, quotient is q and the remainder is r. So they are giving the question, we can solve. The greatest coefficient in the expansion of, they are giving first question, that is the 9th question. The greatest coefficient in the expansion of x plus y plus z plus t whole to the power of 15. X plus y plus z plus t whole to the power of 15. So the greatest coefficient, the formula is this is, we can use that formula, that is the greatest coefficient is equal to they are given n factorial. What is the value of n? 15. So 15 factorial by, here q, what is q? So how many terms we have? 1 2 3 4. So that means they are giving, so we can write clearly here, n is equal to 15, m is equal to the number of terms are 4, q is equal to, if you divide 15 by 4, 15 cancelled by 4 3 times, the quotient is 3, r value, the remainder is also 3. Why? Because 3 2s are 4 3s are 12 plus 3 is 15. You can substitute. So q factorial, what is q? 3. So 3 factorial whole to the power of m minus r, 4 minus 3 1 into q plus 1, q is 3 plus 1 4 factorial whole to the power of r is 3. R is 15 factorial by, if you simplify like this, 15 factorial by 3 factorial into 4 factorial whole cube. This is the answer. 15 factorial by 3 factorial into 4 factorial whole cube. This is the answer. Are you okay? Next question. You can do the 9th question. I will not explain that. Do you want explanation for the 9th question? Can you do? The 9th question and 5th question are the same. 9th question and 5th question are the same. So if you solve that, you can get the answer. For example, xy plus yz plus zx whole to the power of 6. Xy plus yz plus zx power whole power. You can apply the trinomial theorem, sigma. So you can take a, b, c, r, p, q, r, p plus q plus r is equal to 6. 6 factorial by, okay, p factorial into q factorial into r factorial into xy whole to the power of p, yz whole to the power of q into zx whole to the power of r. So they want x cube y square z power 5. So we can equalize the exponents, you will get the values of p, q, r. You can substitute and find the value. Okay? The same question in the 10th. The coefficient of a cube b power 4c in the expansion of 1 plus a minus b plus c whole power 9. Don't get confused. There is a negative term here, minus b. So we have to take the negative values also. Negative values also. That means, so when we are writing sigma, we are writing 1 power p, a power q minus b power r. Have to take it. So c power s. Take like that. Don't be forward. So take the minus also. So do the 9th question and the 10th question also homework. So already we have completed 11th. 11th some I gave the homework in the previous class when I was explaining numerically greatest coefficients NGT. Now we are coming to the 12th question. We will discuss the 12th question. This is the somehow biggest in the 12th question. The coefficient of x to the power of 5 in the expansion of in the expansion of 2x minus 2 minus x plus 3x square whole to the power of 6 is dash. That is the question. X to the coefficient of x to the power of 5 in the expansion of 2 minus x plus 3x square whole to the power of 6 is. We can solve this problem. So how can we solve? Look at it. So we can apply the trinomial theorem. Be careful, students. 2 minus x plus 3x square whole to the power of 6 is equal to sigma. We have to take three values, p plus q plus r is equal to 6. So we are writing 6 factorial by p factorial into q factorial into r factorial into 2 power, what is the first value, p, into minus x whole to the power of q into 3x square whole to the power of r. How you understand? Now we are solving. That is equal to sigma p plus q plus r is equal to 6. Those are 6 factorial by p factorial into q factorial into r factorial. Here I am separating 2 power p into, here I am taking minus 1 to the power of q into 3 power r. That means I am taking the numbers from out. The remaining we have only x. Here x to the power of q. Here we have 2r. So I am applying a power m into a power n. I am getting x to the power of q plus 2r. Have you understand? Here 2 power p minus 1 to the power of q, 3 power r, here x to the power of 2r, here x to the power of q. I am applying a power m into a power n is x to the power of q plus 3r. Actually, in our problem, so we have solved like this yesterday, before problem. So they are asking x square y cube z power r. We can equalize both, you will get the p value, q value, r. In this problem, they want x to the power of 5. That means, so they are asking the coefficient of x to the power of 5. X to the power of 5 means we have to equalize x, q plus 2r is equal to 5. But we have p plus q plus r is equal to 6. Already we have. Observe this. q plus 2r is equal to 5. Why? Because they are asking s to the power 5 coefficient. So q plus 2r must be 5 and p plus q plus r is equal to 6 they have. So now we are writing the possible values of p and q and r. You will get the answer. Are you okay? How is it? We'll see. We'll see. First of all, I am taking first one, case 1. I am taking q is equal to 0. Here I am taking q is equal to, if you apply q is equal to 0, r is equal to 5 by 2, r is equal to 5 by 2 is 2 by 5. So r is equal to 2 by 5. This is not a positive integer, this is a rational number. So this case is not applicable. Are you okay? Now I am taking the second case. If q is equal to 1, I am taking q is equal to, take here, q is equal to 1, q 1 transpose to here 4, 5 minus 1 4, 4 by 2 is 2. So the r value is equal to 2. Here q1 r2, 1 plus 2 3, then p is also 3. The case is applicable. Have you understand? So I am taking, this is a linear equations in two variables. In that method we are taking one value is by our own, we will get the second value from our value to the correct value. So the same way I am taking q is equal to 0, I am taking r is equal to 2.5. Already we have discussed that the values of p and q are non-negative values, non-negative integer values. But this is a not a negative, this is not an integer, this is a rational number. So the case is not applicable. I am taking q is equal to 1. In the third case, I am taking q is equal to 2. Q is equal to 2. 2 means 2 becomes here 3. 3 by 2 is 1.5. So r is equal to 1.5. This case is not also applicable. So I am taking the fourth value. Q is equal to 3. Q is equal to 3. 3 becomes 5 minus 3, 2. R is equal to 1. So Q3, R1, 3 plus 1, 4. Then P is equal to 2. Are you following? In the fifth case. Now I am taking Q is equal to 4. 4 becomes 5 minus 4, 1. R is equal to 1.5. That is also not case. So R is equal to 4. 4 means 4. 1 by 2 means 0.5. This is also not applicable. Now I am taking sixth case, that is q is equal to 5. I am taking q is equal to 5. 5 minus 5, 0. R is equal to 0. R is equal to 0. Apply here q5, R 0. Then P is equal to 1. This is also okay. Now I am taking the seventh case, that is q is equal to 6. Take q is equal to 6. It becomes 5 minus 6, negative number. The R is negative. R is negative is not possible. That means q is equal to 6. From q is equal to 6, the cases are not possible. Why? Because the values of R are getting negative values. So, for example, if you substitute 7, 5 minus 7 minus 2, not possible. If you are taking 8, 5 minus 3, so all the values are negative. So, we are getting only 3 cases are applicable. These are 1 and this is 2 and 3. So we can apply this formula. The coefficient of x to the power of 5 is equal to x to the power of 5 is equal to, I am applying 6 factorial by 6 factorial by the value of p here you have to see here, that is 3 factorial into q. Q is 1 factorial is 1, so we can write into r factorial. R factorial is 2 factorial into here 2 power p. 2 power p is 3, 2q into minus 1 to the power of q. So that is minus 1 to the power of 1 into 3 power r. 3 power r is 3 square plus the second case. What is the second case? This is the second case. Now we are doing 6 factorial by p q r. What is p? 2. 2 factorial into 1 factorial into r. So 3 factorial. So we went to exchange problem. 2 power p is 2 square into minus 1 whole to the power of q here 3 into 3 power r. What is the value of r here? 1 plus 6 factorial by, here this is the case, so p 1 factorial into q 5 factorial into r 0 factorial into 2 power p is 2 power 1 into q minus 1 5 to the power of q is 5 into r is 0 3 power 0. We can simplify this, that is equal to 6 factorial. So if you find you can, otherwise I am doing 6 factorial, 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial into the numerators also we have 2 cube 8 minus 1 to the power of 1 minus 1 plus 3 square plus into 3 square 9 divided by, we have 3 factorial 3 into 2 factorial is 2. 3 why? Because 3 factorial cancel, 2 cancel by 8 4 times plus here 6 factorial, 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial into 2 cube 4 into minus 1 cube minus into 3 by 2 factorial to 3 factorial plus here 6 factorial, 6 into 5 into 6 into, we have 5 factorial, so 6 into 5 factorial into 2 power 2 into minus 1 divided by, the denominator is 5 factorial cancel, here 3 factorial cancel, 6 cancel by here 3 times. So now we can simplify. 6 5s are, so 5, first of all 6 5s are 30, 34s are 120, 120 into 9 4s are 36. We can multiply 36. So 0, 6 2s are 12, 1, 1 6 are plus 1 7 into 0, 6, 3. So 0, 2, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 0. The value is negative, that is minus 4, 3, 2, 0. Now we can this find value, this value. 5 4s are 20, 23s are 60, 60 into 12, 12 6s are 72. So that is minus 720. Last value, 6 2s are 12, so this is minus 1. You can add these, all these. 4 3 2 0 700 4 4. So we can add 5 for picture. 4 3 2 0 720 12 2 5 0 5. So the answer for the problem is 5052. This is the coefficient of x to the power of 5. This is the solution. I told you in the first, the number of terms has the binomial expansion is equal to the non-negative integers. Solutions are the non-negative integers and చెప్పేసి starting లో చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఆ ప్రకారం సమ్ తీసుకోవచ్చు. I hope you understand. Okay. So then remaining all are easy. You have to do. I will explain each and every problem. Once we get the 13th question. The coefficient of a power 8, b power 6, c power 4 in the expansion of a plus b plus c whole to the power of 18. This is also same as 9th and 10th problem. And the 14th problem also same. 15th problem you can do like this. The coefficient of x to the power of 6 they are giving. In that expansion is 1 plus x square minus x cube whole power 8. You can do like this. And 16th problem also same model. The coefficient of x cube, they are asking x cube. So you can solve. And the 17th question, the greatest terms, numerically greatest terms, you can solve. And the problems from 13 to 17. So we have many problems for you, and I will explain very little problems, small, very less number of problems. So you can solve all these problems. So up to now we have completed handsheet 3. Okay, thank you. In the next class we can move on to the next topic. Okay, thank you.